Aye.
Okay, we're going to start our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello.
So, Linda, you are a voting member too now?
I am officially a voting member.
Okay. Deborah has the agenda for you there.
Okay.
So we would like to accept the minutes of the October meeting. If you guys have read them and have any questions, or otherwise I'd obtain a motion to accept them.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of October 3rd, 2019.
Second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
So follow up on how the Board of Health new regulations are going. I was over there and talked to them. They're here on Thursday evenings, and the next meeting they have, they're going to table working on those regulations until springtime.
Okay.
And
Why is that?
I didn't really get too many reasons. They're working with the zoning board on those regulations that they have, and so I think that's just interacting with other boards. And hopefully, you know, if they have any questions, they would come to us as well.
Let's hope.
So maybe we should remind them that we're here to be advisors.
So some of the issues that they're working on, would that include changing of town bylaws? And maybe that's why they're waiting, they'll do it just before the town meeting? Or-
Well, they wouldn't be changing any town bylaws, but if the zoning board changed some.
Oh, so the zoning board would have to change the bylaw?
Because the regulations that they were coming up with were regulations that they just vote on them, and that's it. That becomes,
So it'd be
health
zoning, the
board.
zoning would have to change the
Right.
bylaws. Okay,
Right.
thank you.
Yeah, it was zoning that was coming up with the
Right.
stipulation, you know, so many animals per acre and the lot sizes and everything that the Board of Health was getting pushback on.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
So, we'd like to talk about Dudley Farm Days and how that went over. Any comments?
I really think it was very successful.
I think so too.
I think there was
My
a lot
kids
of
loved it.
interest.
My kids loved it.
Oh, that's
They
great.
had a great time there.
That's good, that's good.
Yeah, and their
Why
friends
don't you
did.
come up-
Oh,
Yeah, come up and talk to the microphone.
Because I couldn't hear you. I have so lousy
Sorry.
hearing. And
No.
anyone watching on TV won't be able to
oh, I'm
hear
fine
you.
with that. No, I was just saying my kids had a great time. They loved it. They thought it was a lot of fun, and I
Good.
know their friends were there, and everybody seemed to have a really good time with it.
Oh, that's great.
So were the kids that you know that were there, were they planning to be there with the families? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had talked to other people about it, and a lot, you know, obviously we have small kids, so we know a lot of families, and a lot of people were planning on being there before, and we'd ask, oh, are you going? A lot of people said they were planning on stopping by and going.
Yeah, it
So.
seems like they were, adults and children were having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
And I actually was looking up on what the date is for the the Apple Festival next year, 2020, and it's October 3rd. And while I was online, I saw some comments and saying, where can you park? Oh, I was looking up the Strawberry Festival also, and where can you park? And a lot of people park down in the Nichols parking lots, way down, but you have to walk quite a ways and down a hill. Well, we were picking up with the hayride families and giving them a ride up, and then some of the families were getting on the hayride to go back to their cars.
Yeah.
And I know your pumpkin decorating, it was busy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the kids had a ball doing it. Even some of the parents, too, even though they won't admit it.
And your fairy gardens, that you did such a nice job with, had such nice plants and all kinds of decorations, kind of took off at the end.
It did, yeah.
You said you had several at the end then.
Yeah, we did. I think the kids had a lot of fun with it. But it's to get the kids interested in agriculture. So I think it was a big help.
Also, when I was there, I thought, well, I spent some time where the cheese woman was, and
Yeah.
Farmer Tim, and the Kepkes, and there was a lot of people talking, and there seemed to be a lot of interest in what they were selling there, so
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, Farmer Tim had a beautiful vegetable display. He really,
Did
you
he?
know, it's one of the best ones I've ever seen, I
Yeah,
think.
It was
it
very
was
nice.
pretty good. I
Yeah, it was.
have to give him that.
And the cheese was great that people were sampling and
Yeah.
hopefully buying also. And I know Christine Kepke was busy with their meat sales that they had there.
Yeah, I bought a couple of pieces from her, and it was fantastic.
I
It was
know-
just even though they didn't sell a lot of stuff, it just get their name out there to people. And
It was the
that's-
first-
and
it
that's
was
what
the
they
first
were,
one.
and that's what they were interested in, is getting their name out there,
Yeah.
so that people know they're in town.
Right. And we didn't really have a lot of time to get ready, but I really think we did very well for not having much time to prepare.
Yeah, the only thing next year, if we could all stay in one spot
Right.
instead of half of us here and half of us there,
Right.
that was kind of,
That was tough.
yeah, it was kind of tough because
Yeah.
they didn't know we were back behind, pretty much behind the Grange with the hay maze and stuff. But then once the kids found the hay maze, that was it.
Well, we did some advertising,
Oh, yeah.
had
Oh, yeah.
several going around advertising with signs, and that helped, I
Oh,
think.
that did. That did.
Because I assume we'll probably have the same situation where we'll have that one section
Mm-hmm.
to sell, which is nice, because it's up front with everything,
Yeah.
Right.
Just gotta get the advertising done for what's happening down and back.
Yeah.
One comment that I've gotten from several of you is need a lot of help. We're a little short on help in areas, you know,
Right, we
so.
were, yeah.
Yeah, we had some issues.
But, I think on the whole, we can say it was a good success.
It was,
Oh, yeah, it was.
And want to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, we'll be able to work with both the Grange and the Black Tavern and do something similar.
We just need a little bit more contact with them.
I know for 2020, it's October 3rd. Do we want to do a Dudley Farm Days a second time, like during the summer? Or
I would say,
Yeah, I would suggest like August, maybe, July, August.
yeah, when all the veggies are starting to come in and all
Yeah.
the other stuff is starting to come in.
What do you think,
And of
Colin?
course, then we could,
Well, the thing is, you could do it. I don't know. The Strawberry Festival is June. The end of June too early, you think?
Yeah.
for a lot of veggies, yeah,
Yeah.
and I
But
don't.
you'd have the people there. That's the thing.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd have to tailor it around
I
something
can
else.
just see my hayride bringing people up and down from the parking lot. There's a lot of cars for that.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe we
Yeah.
could piggyback on something else. You're absolutely right. Okay.
Yeah, maybe not that, maybe some other event that's going on.
I would say for the sake of gardens, most people's gardens, it's
Mhm.
almost gotta be July or August,
Yeah,
Right.
open to suggestions.
is Dudley Conservation doing anything in the summer?
Not, we
That
don't
we
have
could
anything
tag on to?
planned. Not right now.
See if we could.
We're planning stuff for Earth Day, but that's April.
Yeah, that's way too
So
early.
it's way too early.
Yeah.
And usually, July is kind of a slow period for us anyway.
Yeah,
We take
vacations,
the vacations, and we usually take July off. So.
yeah.
I mean, you can still have cheese and meat and plants
Oh, sure.
in April,
Sure,
Sure.
but actually, April's too early for plants too.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, it's just if.
Well, May we're gonna have our plant sale the weekend before Memorial Day,
Mm-hmm.
That might be a good,
Yeah,
time
we
to
could do
do
something
something
then.
in May. Because
Yeah.
we also have the kids in school, so you can send out flyers to all the kids to come home with. Because I know my kids get a ton of flyers on what's going on in town and different events, and that's how we find out about a lot of stuff going on.
You know,
And usually the schools, they come home
yeah,
with
the
tons of
only
them.
problem is we do it at Marty's parking lot, and we pretty much take up that whole parking lot.
Right.
So I don't know.
Not sure.
I'll bring it up, see if,
We got time.
if the rest of the land
The,
trust is
the
interested.
whole idea, if we could pick a date and get it on the calendars, you know, the calendars that go around all the state, you know?
Yeah. Can't think of anything else that would be
Yeah,
going on.
May is even a little too early for that.
Even for plants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
it
kind
is.
of like,
It is.
if we do seedlings or something.
yeah, but we're gonna be doing that, so.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, you don't want to
off of
compete.
you,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Like if we were gonna do something else, if it wasn't specifically for your plant sale.
Well, we have time, something will come up that we can maybe,
Or think of something
we'll
else to
think of
draw
something.
people.
Interested in picking a date or waiting?
I think to wait. I think we should wait for
Yeah.
more people to discuss it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but definitely a second one, not just the Apple Festival. Definitely one in the spring or early summer.
Right. I think we should wait to pick the second date.
Yeah.
So next on the agenda is Bay Path Adult Education Program. We've started to develop a nice relationship with Bay Path. We had them here, one of our meetings, and the superintendent and the director of the adult programs. I have a couple of forms that I printed off. You can teach a class there, and you actually, you get paid. They pay $25 an hour. You get paid at the end of the course, the completion of the course. And what they're really looking for is somebody that is really enthusiastic in an area and passionate about it, you know, which makes a good teacher, or instructor. And they are going to choose for springtime now in November. So, and it's open to whoever would like to put in a proposal. You want to look at one of these?
Maybe.
Um,
How long is the class for? Is it?
it can be one class or 10, or anything in between.
Whatever you want to teach.
But I guess the 10 is their schedule.
Yeah.
And it's usually Monday through Thursday, but some classes have been on a Friday. And you can go on Bay Path's website and, you know, type in adult night education. You have to be 18 years old to take a course. And let's see, what else? Yeah, so November, the end of November, they're going to be picking for the spring courses. So if you're interested in teaching something this spring, you would have to get that in now. You can actually put a proposal in anytime during the year, but they pick the end of November and the end of May for fall. So you can apply or make a proposal anytime during the year, and then the end of November and the end of May is when they actually choose the courses. And they choose them on like potential for interest and compatible facilities, you know, depending on what you're going to need to teach your class. So any proposal that they wouldn't pick, they keep them on file for future considerations. Like I say, you can go online and find, you know, it gives a nice description. And it could be 1 to 10 classes, and it's thought I wrote it down, I don't know, it's $25 an hour, and you get paid at the completion of the course.
Of course.
So the idea is we'd like to get some agricultural courses in. They have gardening and home is one section. But it'd be nice to get some more agricultural teaching, even if it's the adults at night. Any questions on that? Goals logo discussion. Where are we?
Well, the logo, we pretty much decided on what we're gonna use, is the little farm with the little cow next to it.
Right.
As the standard one, and
Okay.
I did stop down the sign place over there, Biz Printing, I think it is, at Tinsley Square. And I talked to him about doing the banner with this, and he's pretty reasonable. You see the sign that's outside there right now for the Shepherd Hill Music Festival? That size? He said he could do a sign like that big for like $64.
Oh.
And it would be the heavy vinyl for outdoor. It would have the UV protected ink on it, and it would also have the grommets, and he can specially reinforce the grommets if we want to do it like bigger than that, or if we want to hang it somewhere. And he said that the prices are reasonable, and he can do it anywhere from a maximum of 54 inches wide to 270 feet long. So it all depends on how big you want to do this thing. So he has the capability of doing that, so it's just a matter, I mean, the prices are very reasonable.
It'd be nice to have it at the farm days.
So, yeah,
It
I
would,
mean, it
yeah.
wouldn't take them long to do, if we want to do that. If we want to do like some smaller signs like that size, like welcome to Dudley farming thing, you know, just to stick in the ground here and there when we do ag days. I mean, it's all a matter of us figuring out what we want to get. So I think the one going across like if we want to do one that goes across the road, it probably would be like maybe 100, say double the price, so maybe about $120, $150, depending on how long. Huh?
How would you hang that?
You'd have to get the fire department to string it up between two poles. One telephone pole on this side and a tree on that side somehow, unless there's two poles on each side. Like Webster does in the main street. They have it going from pole to pole. You know, that welcome to historic downtown Webster sign that they had going across the street? That was just hung up on two light poles. So.
I think we need to throw it out and see if somebody's interested, watching, want to make a donation. We don't have any money.
Yeah. So that was gonna be the next thing. We have to come up with some funds for this somehow. So I know Paul had mentioned that he was going to check into it.
I checked into the Mauser grant, but we wouldn't qualify for a Mauser grant.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go through the MDAR website and see if there's something in there. I
For
guess
signs.
What about the last Green Valley?
that's that's possible too.
I don't know exactly what kind of grants they do, but I know they do grants. And agriculture is one of their tenants, so.
Why don't you come sit over here where we can hear you? Thank you. Yeah, so that might be a possibility. Is that something you could look into for us?
I can look into the last Green Valley, yeah.
I could call Bob Priscilla, the USDA, the NCRS. They might have something to do.
So we're going to be talking about the meeting November 12th here, with the senator coming and talking about farm programs, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
she-
she
Maybe
can
she
come
might
up with
have
something.
something. Sure.
We'll have to make sure I bring it up to her.
And even if we get one that's maybe about as long as that table, we could also have it, like when we do events, we can put it in front of a table,
Yeah.
you know, and just tie it up. So, I mean, at least it's
That's
advertising
why I
who we
think
are.
we should start with that one, because
Yeah.
that would be more practical than the, until we get a
Oh,
budget.
yeah. Yeah, no, just, I mean, I just priced them to see how much
Yeah.
it would cost, to go across the road, or to do something like the size of the, what is it, Festival of Music at Shepherd Hill? The one
So-
that's
'Cause
right
that's a
outside
good
there right
size.
now.
I
That's a
like
good
that.
size there.
Right, so maybe something the size that could mark like the entrance to our exhibits are?
It
Like for the
could.
farm days and the other date we need to
Yeah.
pick?
Yeah.
And we could even put up some posts
Right,
Mhm.
and string it across there, like an
Mhm.
entrance into
exactly, that's what I mean, right,
where all the activities are.
right,
Yeah.
yeah,
Or whenever there's something big going on in town,
right,
some other event,
Yeah.
right,
just as a little reminder that Farm Days does exist.
right.
Okay, thank you. And what do you have for signs for us, Paul?
All right, I went to, the guy I went to last night, that guy you talked to at Tinsley, he never called me back. So if you don't call me back, you're not on my list. So I went over to All Star Graphics down near the courthouse over there too. The land trust has done work with them before. And this is the product we've used in the past. It's aluminum on both sides, with some kind of a filler in between. And it seems to hold up pretty good. We've put them up 3 or 4 years ago, and they still look great. So
This is one that's been up?
it's been up, but we had to change it out, so.
No, but I mean, it's
Yeah, it was up for a while.
held up good.
Yeah, and then it's got a little bubble in it, but the other ones we have seem to hold up pretty good. So a 2x3 sign with all the graphics and everything done on it would be, you charge $55. Seems like you can't get any cheaper than that. So, and the other place I went to was like 92, I believe, so. And I think this product is better than what the other guy even.
Do you know how much that size is?
Oh, I don't know what this is. They're not.
Because I
probably-
think, is it Woodstock or Thompson or something has them, and they're that size?
Yeah, well, I was walking down on West Main Street going into Quinnebog, and I never knew this, I've gone by there like
Taking your
a
life in your
1,000.
hands.
Yeah. I drive by there like 1,000 times, and there's a sign in, and I never even noticed it, So that's it right there. So you gotta have something that's
Bigger.
big, so that people will notice.
Thompson, farm-friendly community.
And that's.
And I probably wouldn't have even, I've walked there before and never noticed it. I must have almost walked into the sign before I noticed it. So I think if you're gonna do it, you gotta do a
good
decent
size.
size with some good color so that people will notice it,
And
Nobody notices this
We
thing.
talking right to farm signs?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, that's what we're
Yeah.
talking about. So it would, Dudley, right to farm?
Well, I don't know, you'd have to decide what you wanna put
Yeah,
on it.
right.
It would say, "Welcome to Dudley, a right to farm community," or something like that.
I like it.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like, so,
And put the little barn with the cow on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
anything, whatever you
You
want
know.
to put on it is fine.
Because
Or
pictures
chicken.
catch or chicken. It catches people's eyes when they see a graphic of some sort of picture,
Yeah,
More so
people like
than just-
animals. Yeah.
more so than just text.
So we could have he said he can make 5 of them out of one of those, sheet of this stuff right here, so.
And
So for-
what was the size, this size?
No, 2 foot by 3 foot, so
And he can make 5 out of,
one sheet of this
Wow.
material. So, but he, I thought that was really reasonably priced, 55, so.
Yeah, because how many are we going to need?
Well, it depends
Was
on
it
how many you
5
want to
of
do,
them?
you want to put in Webster,
Yeah.
probably Quinnebog, right,
Yeah,
from Oxford.
yeah.
So that's
31.
Charlton.
31,
where the
31.
town sign is, or?
yeah, where
Yeah.
that sign is over there.
Yeah.
And,
So is that on town
I think
property?
there was
Must
5
be.
of them. We
Yeah,
I
counted.
it's fine.
hope so. And I don't know if you want to do one down on Schofield Ave, so that's 5.
Yeah. I thought there was 5.
Yep, yeah, we talked about it before.
Yeah.
5.
So we need to look for some money.
Yes, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Donations, anybody?
Bake sale?
Well,
We
we can, we can try to write in the spring, try to write a warrant article for
Some funding.
$500 or something, and, whatever. Maybe we'll get lucky, if they'll approve it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So on MDAR updates, hopefully everyone will go to the meeting on November 12th. Comes after new business, but they're going to have, the Grangers having Senator Ann Goby come and speak about farm programs in Massachusetts, so.
And it'll be held here at the town hall. The meeting will be at the town, will be.
Oh, yeah, and it's going to be at the town hall here, not at the
This
Grange.
big room.
Is
Yep.
that a Tuesday or Thursday?
Room 321
Yep.
at, I don't have the
think
time
it's
here.
Tuesday.
It's
I believe it's
7.
7 o'clock.
7, yeah. Any public input, discussion? New business? I was mentioning to Deborah before the meeting that the next meeting would come on the 5th of December. The first Thursday is the 5th. And then the first Thursday in January is the 2nd.
Well, you could probably skip that one.
Yeah,
Mm.
so, but we would take that up at next meeting.
Right.
We could put that on the agenda for next meeting.
Okay.
Have to start coming up with some ideas. There's stuff to do next year.
Yes, yeah. No, hopefully we would have a lot to, and not cancel it, but I think we might be in on
Oh,
the
yeah.
2nd, So if no one has any other discussion, you weren't here when we were talking about, Lynette, about the farm days. Some comments that you didn't get to?
I got to talk to a lot of people. I think, this is what I think about the seed swap. I think I could have sold a bunch of them if I said 25 cents a pack. I think people were hesitant to take free stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we need to get the word out, because
Yeah, the comments were good, I mean, it looked like the ones, I mentioned that, I'm not gonna come up with her name, cheese lady. Yeah. The cheese company in town. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you get old like me, but, the Dudley Cheese Company was there and it was good cheese, and she was making sales. And then Farmer Tim had that nice big display of vegetables. And Christiane Kepke had a lot of people stopping in. And they were doing soil tests.
yes. Nobody but me brought soil in.
Oh, okay.
But I did find out my pH levels are good.
Well, wasn't that the last minute also?
Everything was last minute.
Yeah.
So one of the things we can talk about is, I talked to Mr. Savaggio, who is the teacher at Shepherd Hill, who does the Envirothon team, and they are absolutely open to doing soil testing. And so I mentioned maybe he could come to one of our meetings and just kind of talk about what they can do and what the process is. So if you're interested, I can talk to him and have him come to one of our future meetings, because I think that's a great service that.
And if we do another Dudley Farm Days.
Absolutely.
That'd be perfect in the summertime.
Then that way we can advertise a little bit too,
Mhm.
because we'll know about it.
Yep.
One thing we should think about too is trying to get some sort of a speaker too, maybe during the winter.
Yep.
For the, on some sort of gardening or some kind of topic, so that we can, either have it at the Grange.
And if you come up with something,
I have an idea. We just had a lady from Mansfield, Connecticut, come to our garden club on Monday and talk about herbs, and she was fantastic. But she has several types of programs that she does, and one of them that I personally, selfishly would be interested in is how the early Americans and colonists used herbs. And I thought that would be a good tie-in to like even the Black Tavern.
yeah. And that can be
The-
done
the
any,
Black, but the Black Tavern could do it, was one of their
They could.
monthly programs. Because if we were to do it, they would charge us $100 to rent the hall, to rent the building.
But not the Grange. The Grange.
No, the
wouldn't.
Grange would be, but the Black Tavern, if you had it in the Black Tavern,
The only thing with the Grange is it's because of that heating.
yeah, it's cold.
And
It's
need to-
cold in the
oh.
Not
wintertime. There's
handicap
no, and it's not
accessible.
handicapped accessible.
but
Could
we
we
could
get a
see
room
if there's
here?
a room available here.
We could.
Or the library.
We
Are
could.
they? They're not open at
No,
nights.
they're not open at nights. They close at like 4 or 5
Yeah.
They
o'clock.
close 5 usually.
But if you want to do a speaker, we see if we find another room, a bigger room.
No, I'm all on board for speakers of any kind because I think it's something lacking in this area.
Yeah, I could see if Michelle, whenever we decided to do something, if we could get the big room again.
Well, even downstairs in the senior center is
For
fine
the senior
too.
center.
That's true.
Senior center is,
Yeah.
is good,
Yeah,
I think.
that might be even better.
So one of our monthly meetings, we could actually schedule that, couldn't we?
I think we'd have to have a speaker first and then schedule it around the
Right,
speaker's
right.
schedule.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
if that would work out.
Let's kind of brainstorm and then I'll come up with like ideas of
And-
programs that you think people would want to go to.
And anyone that's watching, that would like to hear something, let me or Deborah know, or any of us know, and see what we can come up with. Anything else? Thank you for coming. We would love it if we could get a little bigger audience out there. Good thing we have the television, thank you. So I guess I would attain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.